Hi, Buccaneers. I hope you are well. I'm very well. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for once again being here with us today. And what we have for you today is that there are some latest news with regards to Orlando Pirates. As we know that the team is still very much active in the transfer window, and this current transfer window will only be shutting on the 22nd of September. And then Orlando Pirates, not long ago, they've parted ways with the striker Zakelele Pasa. And then Orlando Pirates, they have been having Zambian striker at a club who was left behind with some of the players who did not travel to Spain. I'm talking about Enoch Sakala Jr. So we are yet to hear what the club has decided on the player. But what we can tell you is that Orlando Pirates, they have really dropped their interest, not entirely, but they have slowed down in pursuing Adama Koulibaly. Adama Koulibaly is a Malian striker who's playing for Al Hilal of Sudan. So this is the striker that Orlando Pirates, they've shown a lot of interest in him to bring him in. But then Orlando Pirates were not alone in chasing Koulibaly. Esperance of Tunisia were also credited with an interest in Koulibaly. But then the price tag of Koulibaly, that is reported to be 41 million or 2 million euros. It's something that Orlando Pirates, they seems to be very reluctant in paying that amount of money, especially for a young, promising forward like Adama Koulibaly. So as it stands, Orlando Pirates, they have slowed down in pursuit of the West African striker who had an impressive season last season with Al Hilal of Sudan. So Esperance also, they are in the race to sign the striker, but then whether or not Esperance will be able to fork out the 41 million that is needed, that is required by the club Al Hilal, we'll have to wait and see. And that shows that Orlando Pirates really, they needed to bring in a striker to make sure that they've got enough firepower. They have just parted ways with Zakelele Pasa and then leaving Yanela Mbutuma, who is young, full of potential, you know, along with Tsofa Sumabasa, Buitumelo Radiopan and Evidence Makopa in the front line. So that's what Orlando Pirates are having at the moment. They are reported to be looking at to bring in a striker, and then Enoch Sakala is still there. The club hasn't said anything on Enoch Sakala, so there are a lot of options that the club is still looking at. Another news is that Issoufou Dayo, a long-term target of Orlando Pirates, the defender, the Burkinabe defender, who has captained RS Berkane for some time, he has parted ways with the Botola champions, and then he's reportedly heading to Saudi Arabia, and Al Ettifaq Mohamed club has been credited with an interest in the towering Burkinabe defender. And then, but you look at Orlando Pirates at the moment at the back, they still have Oli Sanda, Nkosinathi Sibisi, Thapelo Gqoki, they still have the young men, the Begezile Mboka, as well as Thabiso Sisane. But then, if you look at Issoufou Dayo, his profile is similar to that of Oli Sanda. But then Oli Sanda, his recurring injuries, really, or frequent injuries that are troubling him every season, it has become really troublesome for Orlando Pirates. But then, the age of Issoufou Dayo could be something that can work against him this time around, because Orlando Pirates hardly sign players that are over 30, and if you're over 30, you must be something special. And I can tell you for free that Issoufou Dayo is a world-class centre-back, highly technical, very physical, very intelligent. His anticipation is one of the best I've seen in a centre-back, you know. So Issoufou Dayo is one of the players that Orlando Pirates have been admiring for a long time. But then he's available, but it seems like he won't come cheap, even if Orlando Pirates were to move for him. But he's an option because he's a top defender. He has helped Berkane to win 3 CAF Confederations Cup. Even when Orlando Pirates lost to RS Berkane a few years ago in Nigeria, where they played the final, he was a part of that squad, and he helped them to win the CAF Confederations Cup, where Orlando Pirates, they lost on penalty. So Issoufou Dayo is a Burkinabe defender who is available now, though he is strongly linked with Al Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia. We'll have to wait and see if Orlando Pirates, they will try to bring the player who will bring them aerial presence at the back, because they've been really lacking when it comes to defending set pieces, especially in the Champions League, where they were badly exposed against Pyramids. So Issoufou Dayo is an experienced defender with a towering presence who can help Orlando Pirates greatly, especially in the absence of Oli Sanda, because Oli Sanda has been battling with injuries every season in the past few years. So we'll have to wait and see what Orlando Pirates will do. And another player who has been strongly linked with Orlando Pirates is Neo Rapo, a left back from SuperSport United, and now at Siwelele FC. As we know, that SuperSport have been sold to Bloemfontein to Siwelele FC. Now Neo Rapo has been linked with a lot of clubs, especially after winning the under 20 AFCON for South Africa recently, and then as a captain. Now Rapo has been linked with teams in Belgium as well as other teams in Africa. So Kaizer Chiefs were previously credited with an interest in Neo Rapo, but now with Paseka Marco and Shinga at Kaizer Chiefs, so Kaizer Chiefs, it seems like they're no longer interested. That leaves Orlando Pirates as the only a big club chasing Neo Rapo. We know that recently Mamelodi Sundowns, they've just signed Fawaz Basadin, of which made ensure that Mamelodi Sundowns, they've got 5 left backs in their books. I'm talking about Divine Lunga, Fawaz Basadin, Aseko Tiwani, Aubrey Mudiba, as well as Terence Mashego. So that's what Mamelodi Sundowns they have. So Orlando Pirates, they are the only team that is locally the big team that is chasing Neo Rapo, because Orlando Pirates, they don't have proper numbers at left back. Only Nkosukwana Ndaba, who arrived in this transfer window, and then Dion Hoto. Then Mbegezile Mbokazi has been used more on the left in Spain, but he's not going to be your typical modern left back. He's not going to give you that. So Orlando Pirates, they need to sign a left back, and Neo Rapo is one player that Orlando Pirates, they are really looking to bring that energy, that speed, that adeptness at both ends of the pitch from the former SuperSport United youth product. Another player that Orlando Pirates could also look at is the left back from Segofatso Nyama, the left back from Cape Town City. According to Mazola Molefe of SABC, Cape Town City are looking to offload the player, and then Orlando Pirates could have an option with Segofatso Nyama, who will be coming as a free agent as soon as he part ways with Cape Town City. So he's another option that Orlando Pirates can look at for that left back position. He's a very, very strong player, both offensively and defensively. So he brings that experience. He has been playing in PSL for some time, first with TS Galaxy and now with Cape Town City. So he's a very, very good player that can really help Orlando Pirates to have some quality and depth down the left-hand side. So those are some of the options. And then the last one is the Bafana International, Thabo Moloisane from Stellenbosch. This is the player who has shown a tremendous improvement even last season, and he is reportedly on his last year of his contract with Stellenbosch, and then Stellenbosch seems like they are not willing to sell him, but in January 2026 the player will be free to sign a pre-contract with the club of his choice, and then we will have to wait and see. As I said, the transfer window will only be closing on the 22nd of September. So from now until then, we'll have to wait and see whether Stellenbosch, they will try to make a decision that makes a business sense to make sure that they get something instead of losing Moloisane for free, because he brings that aerial presence, even though he's not the tallest of defenders, but he's very strong in the air. And for Orlando Pirates, they need a defender that is very competent in the air. So those are the players that Orlando Pirates, they will be looking to bring ahead of next season if things go well, because those are some of the positions that really needs to be looked at. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please don't forget to drop your comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and then I will see you